all this and that. I seen them. I went to a thing with my granddaughter. I thought about my wife and I. You know, so they had a little, y'all probably know, they have a little party and stuff, music and dance and stuff. And I thought I was gonna cry laughing because this kid was there and he was like the, I guess, the guru of doing this. I couldn't even see his arms, they was moving so fast. And he was enjoying, everybody was crowding around him, and he was just, I mean, like 10, 15 minutes he was in. I was like, oh my God. Enduring. First, I'd like to pray. I want you to listen to me. What truly is prayer to you? Have you ever thought about it anyway? What truly does prayer mean to you? Because see, we all, if we ask, probably would see it in a different meaning, but yet we would all agree. But prayer must be a lifestyle, not just, well, I gotta get up and do this. It should be a lifestyle. It should be a joy lifestyle. I just want to ask that if you would just take somebody's hand. If nobody's near you, I want you to get with somebody and just take their hand. I want you to listen to what I'm going to pray. Father, I thank you and praise you. Lord, there's no one like you. No one before you and no one after you. Lord, right now, we want to surrender all of us to you. All my hearing, all my sin now, Father, I surrender it unto you. Fill me now by your Spirit. Cause me to hear your loving kindness. Cause me to know the way in which I should walk. I yield my members unto you now, God, that I can receive. I cast all my cares upon you, for you care for me. I'll keep your words, your precepts, and your statutes, and your commandments. Now, Holy Spirit, we welcome you. Fill this place, these temples, that we may worship you and hear you. Father, we thank you and praise you, and we ask this in Jesus' name. Amen. Do you listen to your word? Do you hear what you say? The children of Israel, when they would get off track or go astray, they didn't get a healing, or didn't get a deliverance, or didn't get answers. But now they was weary, and they was frustrated, and they were seeking. But what is the reason that God didn't move? They would be in trouble, getting ready to be killed, attacked, or God was upset with them. And they would pray, they would seek. But God didn't move. So often, a prayer or a cry is only because I want to be out of the situation. But I'm not ready to submit. So see, if you go back in the Old Testament, you find so many times that this happened to the children of Israel, and that it only the deliverance came when the cry came. Oh, they cried tears. But see, the cry from the soul that says, I surrender. I can't depend on the one beside me. I can't depend, maybe my relative in front of me, or my cousin in the back. I can't depend. I surrender. When do we do that? Because see, you will have a whole different cry. You will lose everything around because you won't depend on nobody else. See, because when we get in trouble, the first thing we do, a lot of times we huh? He's such a wonderful God. I really just want to just let the Holy Spirit just feel the place. Can you just raise your hands up? Just tell him, say, feel me, Holy Spirit. I want to be whole. I want to be complete in you. Lord, if I don't understand, help me to understand. If I don't hear you the way I need to, help me to hear you. If I can't see God, take this dark cloud from my eyes. I want to know truth. I thank you, Holy Spirit. I thank you. See, let me say something to you. When somebody comes to your home, and maybe you look out the window and you see them parking, but you don't really recognize them. And maybe you have to take them home and wait till they get closer. And then you begin to recognize them. And once they come up to your door, what do you do when you open the door? And you know them. What do you do? What is your greeting? Hug. Come on in. But how do we greet the Holy Spirit? How do you recognize when he's coming to you? Do you recognize his presence? Because when we don't recognize the Holy Spirit, how can you, once you leave here, understand where you're going? Huh? How can you understand the guide of him? If I can't recognize, somebody come up to you and say, hey, don't I know you? No, I don't know you. Huh? If you don't know them, you say, no, I don't know you. But if they begin to tell you who they are, and it registered to you, oh yeah. What is it going to take for us to recognize when he comes? What is it going to take? Because every day, all day, you should have recognition of knowing his presence. All right. That's just a little sidebar. While I was dealing with, listening to the Lord about what he wanted me to talk, minister, and this song come to me. And I thought, wow. I never really listened to it as, I mean, it's wonderful. But I never, when you think about songs, you know, in the old times, you know, you think about old relationships and boyfriend, temptations, and, you know, it came on, you know, then there you go. See, you try and go back now. I'm gonna go back there. You know, it was words. Those old love songs, it was words. Yeah. And the Lord, I mean, this song is so beautiful. And I thought about when I was listening to it. I never really thought about the words. But listen to this. Turn it up. Unforgettable. Oh my God. Come on. That's what you are. Yes, unforgettable. Though near or far. Don't break this one. Like a song of love that clings to me. Close out, just listen. How the thought of you does things to me. Never before has someone been more unforgettable in every way. Listen to what he said, every way. And forevermore. And forevermore. That's how you'll stay. That's how you'll stay. That's why, darling, it's incredible that someone so unforgettable thinks that I am unforgettable too. Thank you. God is saying, I can't forget you. No way. Has someone been more unforgettable in every way. Every way. And forevermore. That's how you'll stay. That's how you'll stay. That's why, darling, it's incredible that someone so unforgettable thinks that I am unforgettable too. I can't forget you. See, you are unforgettable in every way. All your makeup, all what you're going through, all your good times, all your bad times, God said, I didn't forget you. We must know what God is saying. We must trust, no matter what you're going through. You are unforgettable. You ever met somebody like that? You ever met someone that you just couldn't get them out of you? Unforgettable. Let that move down in you and recognize God said, my word is written in your DNA. Yes, I cannot forget you. Why would you even think that I could forget you? I already had you in the womb. I know the very hairs of your head.
Yes.
How can I forget you? Stop looking back and looking and thinking God done forgot me. He done left me. No, God said, I can't forget you. You're written on the tables of his heart. Every time you get in a bad way, just think about this song. Unforgiven. In every way. Every way. You turn to the right, you turn to the left, you go forward, you go backwards. God said, I got you. In every way. You need, see, songs, words of them. There's healing in them. There's joy. But we have to take those words and we have to really listen. What got a hold to you in that song? What really took a hold to you in that song? See, because you can take words and live off of them. Did you hear me? Mm-hmm. I ain't talking about a steak sandwich. I'm talking about words. Let somebody really grab a hold to you and look in your eye that you thought didn't even like you and say, yo, I just love you. And you're just like, dog, I thought they couldn't stand my guts. A change. We need a change to know that God is saying, I'm face to face with you. I cannot forget you. Yeah. Is that good?
It's good.
All right. I want you to turn. I just can't get that song right. To 2 Timothy 4. And I want you to really open up your ears. And I want you to hear what the words are saying to you. See, because if somebody come up and just cuss you slap out, one of them curse words you're going to remember. You might not remember all the rest of them. But if they say, I ain't getting to them yet, I got to get the one that I really want to put on. And boy, when they say that one, that's the one you leave with. See, we live by words. You know, you have to eat, but if you learn that you're living by words, you'll see much more transpire in your life. Many more things you will begin to recognize. You will begin to search and seek words. The Lord said in his word, he said, it's an hour coming. Now, evidently, when he said this, the hour cometh. I've read it many times, but I looked at he said, the hour cometh. So if the hour cometh, that means that the hour hasn't got there yet, correct? So when I read that, I was like, okay. And I had read it many times, but I didn't take it to thinking, well, the hour hasn't come. So what was he told? He said, the hour cometh that he seeketh such to worship him in spirit and in truth. You heard that before? So if the hour is coming, that means we're missing some worshipers. He said, the hour cometh that I seeketh such. Well, if he said, I seeketh such, that means that everybody is not a worshiper. Let that just kind of. If he said he got to seek such, that means everybody is not a worshiper. So I need to understand, what is a worship? What is a true worship? That's not my message, but this is the Holy Spirit. What is a true worship? What does a true worshiper do? You drink a beer, get drunk. What does a true worshiper do? Cuss you out? Worship. And then go worship. He just got through work that he over here cussing somebody out. Huh? He get mad about church and leave. Well, that ain't right. What does a true worship? It reminds me of the little girl in the commercial that says, and I love the commercial, she says, what does the dishwasher do? I gotta admit, you know, when I seen that, I thought, it's like the Lord said, what does a true worshiper do? Ooh. How does a true worshiper live? When you think about it, what does the dishwasher do? So it's getting off what? So what would worship be doing to me? I said true worship. He defines it. He doesn't say, oh, just give me a few dozen worshipers. He defines it. One second. Okay. He says that if you're not a true, if it isn't a true worshiper, then what is it? What is it that, if I'm not, what is it that God has to seek a true worship? Just bear with me. Okay, John 4:23. Can we go to and look what it says. He said, he defines it in a way that will make you really pay attention. He says, The time. Do you see that? John 4:23. The time is what? Come. And has now what? Come on now, say it now. What? The hour. But the hour does what? Come. And now is when true worshipers shall worship the Father in spirit and in truth. Go on from there. And what does it say? Who? He seeketh. Why would he have to seek if the true worshipers are here? Huh? What does a true worshiper do? How does a true worshiper live? How do they walk? How do they see? How do they hear? How do they live their life? Because this has so much depth, meaning. It's not just come in, sing some songs. Okay, that's good. That was a good song. Sing it now. That's good. What does true worship mean? I see the Holy Spirit kind of with this. Because let me say this. Until you become a true worshiper, how can you really know God? Well, see, man, I had too much work. I had kids. I go to work. Does that deter you from being a true worshiper? What would you have to do? You didn't just become a true worshiper because you got saved. Uh-oh. Huh? Now I'm making that fun like somebody might have it wrong. You didn't just start really. Is singing songs worship? Yes. Is it? Yes. It is. Singing songs is worship. Huh? Well, if you didn't sing a song, could you still be worshiping?
Yes. Yes.
But how do I get there? How do I really? What do I have to do to start worship? You didn't just jump out born again and say, okay, I know this song. And sing a song to the Lord and worship. What would be the beginning of me really wanting to be a worshiper? How am I going to do it?
Cleaning up your life.
Oh.
The Holy Spirit will be.
Ooh. But what are you going to have to really do? There's one element. What will you really have to do all just what you said?
Be sincere about giving yourself.
Good. I mean, really, man. Think about it. I want to really know God to worship Him, and I got all this stuff going on. Take time to do what?
Put all the other stuff away.
Put all the stuff away. Yeah, that's now, okay. So in other words, you are going to have to get to yourself by yourself in order to get there. if you don't get away with God, God often, he called the disciples and said, yeah, come on. Go over here. Then he do it again, he said, come on, go over there. Then sometimes he said, y'all go over there, I'm going over here. Even Jesus got away. So you're going to have to set some goals in order that you run a race. Paul said, I have, look at 4:23. Don't you go to 2 Timothy 4. I want you to see this. Do you really understand that you are in a race? 2 Timothy 4 and go to verse 7. Let me say something here. When that word comes to you, what do you do with it? What do you do with a word that's coming to you? It's chasing. It's constantly looking at it. Every time you just take the Bible, throw it down. Then went back to what I read. Or you gonna stick your thumb in over there it is again. You ride down the road, look up on the billboard. What do you do with it? This is so vital to the Christian walk. What do you do with this stuff? You know, what's the old lady had that commercial on there? She said, I put this on everything.
Yeah.
I mean, what do you do with this stuff? Do you put it on everything? But when one comes to, I have lived off of just a couple of words for months. Because God, you know, this is what he said. You go in there and you just read it and then go about your business. And then, next thing you know, you're back. The Lord, he began to teach me, he said, you have to chew it, digest it. Listen to what I'm saying. Get it down in you so it'll bring forth what? 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 Why are you saying like you're scared? So it will bring forth fruit. Ooh. What do I really want in my life? What is it that I really want to give away? Huh? The Bible says, you shall know them by their fruits. I'm scared to say it. You shall know them by their fruit. So, if I don't, when Jesus cursed the fig tree, it was because it didn't have any fruit on it. And it was the season that it should have had fruit. Ooh. Now I'm coming to you, and I need prayer. Let me see. You ain't got no fruit.
Jesus.
And then you should already know that I need prayer. You should be a seeker of giving fruit all the time. In season and out of season. But where's your fruit? Look what he says here. 4 and 7. Paul says, I have what? Look at that. 2 Timothy What does he say? Stop it. What did you get at? The very first verse has got such a revelation in it. I mean, it just stops you. If you can define and differentiate where it's at. He's got two words right there that just totally, stops you. He says, I fought. He's letting you know, okay, I'm in a fight. But look at the type fight that he says he's in. Ooh. You might be over here in the wrong fight. And you're not in the good fight. You over here wrestling and fighting with your flesh. Oh, come on. Can you walk down the road a little bit? Somebody trying to tell you, why you over there fighting with them? That's not the good fight. He says, I have fought a good fight. In a good fight, that means what?
You won.
Say it again.
You won.
Come on, man. Or you'll win. You in a fight, but you might just be fighting with you, your flesh. And God said, you're in the wrong fight. And another thing, the fight that you're in, you don't know how to fight. So much revelation. You don't know how to fight your own flesh. Are you in a good fight? Because if I'm wrestling with my flesh, this means I don't understand what I need to be doing in this fight. I just keep coming back to church fighting with my flesh over and over again. I leave, I get prayer, I go right back out and I start fighting with my flesh again. So what's the problem here? Why is it that I don't understand that I'm fighting with my flesh? I'm not fighting with you. If I keep going somewhere and I keep fighting with you, I'm not really fighting with you. I'm fighting with my own flesh. Oh! Oh, God. Oh, that hurt. I hit myself again. That was a good one. Damn. Good gracious of the Lord. I said, what are you doing? The good fight. You can't win fighting against your flesh. Because your flesh says, come on. I got some more for you. You know what I'm saying? You doing good. Now you stay right there. Y'all get something out there? You must take it apart. You don't just sit there and read it like, I have fought a good fight, I have finished my course, I have kept the faith. No, you got to see it. You must see those words. You can't, and you can't discern it unless the Holy Spirit started giving it to you. He started letting you really see it and pay attention to it and say, look at this. Look at what I'm saying to you. Because when you're going through something, what do you do? What do you really do when you really say, my back is at the wall? What is the initial, let me put it like this. What's the first responder's place when something happens? First responder. What do they do? Say, what'd you say? Jump? Get the move. But if the first responder, they said, okay, you got an accident happening over here. First responder jump in his vehicle, he don't even know where he's going. Just wide open going down the road. Don't have the address, don't even know where you're going. Yeah, man, It's a bad wreck. It's real bad. These people die. Hey, come on, man. Going the opposite way. Don't know where you're going. So what is it that you should be doing? Because you're a first responder in this thing. You better be. Because it's about you. You the one on the, what's the thing they carry? When they're going to put you in the ambulance. You the one on the gurney. So what is your first response? Listen to what I'm saying. What's the first response in the attack? Ooh, it makes all the difference. Because see, standing right there, angels and Satan, they waiting. He got his tools. Satan got all his gadgets, all his tricks in his bag, and he just waiting to see. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Let me see. Your first response. Then they came and said, hey, you know, you got that bill, they're going to cut your phone off. You know, you ever been in the house one time, you go and cut the wire and say, you trying to look up under there. I know it's a hole. Well, now you know why they come over there. The kids didn't go to the bathroom. That's dumb as that. I go to the other one. What's your first response when trouble comes? Call on Jesus. Okay, you call him, we gonna call him Jesus. Well, you know what do you know what to do in the attack? This is vital to the Christian. Because this is why we disassociate it with the word and the power that is within you. Do you know God has put power? Once you get that word in you, you can begin to be Jesus, just like Jesus. Speak. What do you speak? You look under there and you say, there's some water there. Pow! Cut my one. You go right into, you go in the wrong direction. You already, do you know what you do then?
Right.
You know they come on, whoa! You know they cut it off. Why should somebody else do it? What's your response? What's your panic attack? Uh-oh. Then why do you want to talk about that, man? Your panic. Do you see, because why when something happens, why would you panic? Think about it. Why do you panic through it? See, because the enemy, he looking. He is studying you to see if you're going to get over there on his side with all his mess, his panic attack, his headache, his frustration, he got a whole bag of it. He said, you know, you just need a little bit more syrup of this. Open them out. A few more words, a few more mind, just mentally stressed and frustrated. Why would I spend time continually coming to the church, got my Bible, and I got the answers, and I don't know what to do with it? Just imagine a teacher in school. She teaching. When you went to school and you was, you know, if you was sitting at the back and a lot of foolish stuff was going on and you couldn't hear and you was missing what you need to know about some math or whatever like that, what did you do? Listen to what you said. Just listen to what you said. You at the back, and all the foolishness going on back there. You can't hear the teacher. What do you do? Move. do something. It's vital. If you don't move, what are you missing? Valuable what, Pastor? Ooh. Everybody wants to sit at the back though, where all the foolishness going on. So you miss all that vital information. Now you can't do what? You can't fight a good fight. Go to verse 7. Wait a minute, hold on, we gotta finish that up. I fought a good fight, I have finished my course. What? My course. Do you know your course? I have done what? Three vital words. Three vital words. Well, we'll say four. Good fight, course, and faith. I fought a good fight. I finished my course. Listen, your faith, this is what I'm going to say now. You better grab this. You better put it in something, write it, put it on the table of your heart. Listen, I fought a good fight. I finished my course, and I kept the faith. If you take that around and say, I fought a good faith, and I finished my course. Now I just turn it around. Because what are you going to need to finish a course? You needed faith to even go there. So I need to understand, you taking a course. When you come to this word, you are taking a course. The way to finish the course is going to be by faith. Not somebody else's faith. Because you're going to have, listen, at the beginning, you're in a fight. The fight is for you not to finish the course. And so, if I can't finish the course, my faith is gone. Y'all with me? Okay. Is this good? Okay. Look what it says here. He says, henceforth there is laid up for me. Is this not wonderful? Henceforth there is laid up for me a what?
Crown of
A crown of righteousness. You're going to get a gift. You're going to get a blessing. If you can take one element of where you at, if you can't do it, go to a leader, go to a pastor, go to somebody and say, listen, I'm on this course. I see I'm in the fight. I'm getting some good ones in, but I'm needing some help. Why would you be in a fight losing and you laying there and say, go ahead. And help right there. It amazes me how the body of Christ be in the body, get blown. Black eyes, stomach, kick you a little bit too. And you won't come and ask for no help. Now how crazy is that? You won't be explicit on what is going on, defining what is written. Hey, run to the altar. Run to it and say, God, here. Run to it and say, pour that oil on me. Why are you just going to keep on taking blows from him? He said, just don't go up there. Don't, be quiet. Don't tell nobody. You don't know what they might think about you. You don't know what they might say. Just, stay there and you'll see and get out of here when church is over. What? That's like the sick person going to the hospital and the surgeon come in and say, you got a problem. That's serious. You better get that looked at. And leave. you're going to raise all kinds of sand. Why do we do this? I don't understand this. Listen, people, I love victory. Because let me tell you what victory does for you. Huh? Let me see if I find something. What you over there? You reading something? What does victory do for you? It's a good word. It's a good one. It'll give you confidence. Good. What does victory do for you? It's a number one word, boy, that'll blast you off. Good. You're getting warm. What did it do?
I said faith.
Faith. Okay. What does it do?
Joy.
Oh! Ooh. What can you, listen, you can't do that without joy. Amen. Go try to have an intimate time with your mate without it. Just go try to keep going to work without it. Go in the bedroom, fight. Go anywhere and try to do something without joy. There is no victory. It really isn't. And people are walking around, you can get all dressed up, get looking good. Come in, present yourself. Hallelujah, praise the Lord. You go something like that? Listen, when I'm hurting, I'm calling somebody. I'm to a pastor, I'm deacon, I'm going to somebody. I'm saying, look, come on now, let's get some anointing going. Let's get the power moving. You need to go to somebody instead of going somewhere and say, well, I'm going to just look at a movie. Yeah, you keep looking at movies. You're going to do something to try to find relief. That wasn't soda. You're going to try to get relief by fighting the good fight in the wrong place. Look, he said, there is laid up. Something is laid up. I ain't talking about you with your boyfriend or anything like that. He said something like that. He said, there is laid up for me a crown of righteousness, which the Lord, the righteous judge, shall do what? Give me at the day. And not to me only, but unto what? All. You want to keep looking at the people. See, that's them. The leaders, that's them, they get victory. Huh? You mean you don't want a victory? Unto all them that also love his appearing. So I just want to wait till Jesus comes back and I get me a victory. You got the Holy Spirit right here now. You got the Holy Spirit now to get victory. But what do you do? How do you pursue it? How do you see the word working in you? Y'all looking funny. It convicts. I know, it does. It convicts. It should convict. It should say, I don't know what I'm going to have to do to keep some energy. I'm going to tell you something about what joy will do to you. Over the last year, I found that I said, I love God's word. But I ran into this lady, and it was amazing. We was just talking, and we was talking about the word. And all of a sudden, she said, I stopped going to church. said, wow. I said, why? Why did you stop? She said, something was missing. Think about it. She stopped going to church because something was missing. I was like, yeah, this is interesting. I said, really? And she said, yes. She said, I just told my husband. She said, I just had to stop him. She said, I was telling my husband that it's something missing in my life. And so I was talking to her, and it was like, all of a sudden the Holy Spirit, he just started talking to me. And he told me, when she finished talking to me, she said, I got so down. And you know what she did? When she got like that, she went to doing more work. So you're going to do something. Get sad enough. Get depressed enough. You're going to do something. Go to the doctor, drink, smoke one. You're going to do something. And she was saying, I said, something's missing. And she said, and when I was listening to what she said, the Holy Spirit took me back to joy. And I started talking about Deuteronomy. And I started talking about the joy of the Lord. I just started expressing it to her. I said, the joy, you can't do anything without joy. And she just started, tears just started running. She said, oh my God. She said, that's what it is, my joy. I don't have joy. You don't want to come to church when you don't have joy. You might just go in there anyway, but you don't really want, you can't hear your mind, everything about you. And we talked for a minute, and then I told her, I said, I'm just going to pray with you that God would heal you, whatever. What is it when you lost your joy? What happened to you when you lost your joy? Really think of it. Because see, Satan, he'll come, bring this thing to you for it to take place. Then what he wants to do, that you lost it, he said, now just keep walking. That's right. You keep walking without it. You're going all over the place, and you're trying to find it, but you ain't really looking for it no more because you just settled in with it. I'm about to come to a close. I want you to hear this. Why would you keep going in the direction now that you've lost joy? People amaze me that won't go into that lady right there when she said, that's it. Somebody got your answer. Ooh. Ooh. If I can't find it, then I must seek it. Somebody got a word for me. Somebody got an answer for me. But what am I going to do? I'm just going to keep on going the same way. Well, I don't have joy, so I don't have joy. I don't have it. I'm going to just keep going to work and keep doing what I'm doing. I don't, I'm angry. You're an unforgivable person. I'm coming to a close. You are an unforgivable person. Even to people, even to relatives, you are unforgivable. But do you really know that you're unforgivable to God? You sit down with the Lord and thank you for Lord. Thank you that you didn't forget me. I was walking down a dark road, and you gave me a second chance. I didn't even know where I was going, God. You just gave me a second chance because you never forget me. It's something when you feel like you did forget. Family didn't learn, mother didn't, they weren't there for. Then all of a sudden God comes in and says, but I'll never leave you forsake you. God forgives you. I want to say to you today, have you lost something that you can't find? Have you looked in the wrong place? Have you tried to express to somebody, I'm hurting? Maybe you couldn't even express to them how you was hurt. You couldn't even tell them how you got wrong. Because you walked so long in it, you couldn't remember when it came. But you know you're hurting. You need victory. You need victory. You need healing. How do you accept? How do you come and open up? The day that I knew, I was preaching. I'm going to say this and I'm going to close. I was preaching. I was actually preaching in churches and I was in Bibles. See, you'll cover it up so much. You'll cover the thing up so much. You'll keep on walking in it. I was hurting. And I was preaching in pulpits. I was in Bibles. And a gentleman, I was in a church, and he called me out. He just called me out. And he said, you have something holding you back. And he reached out, he just brushed across my belly. And I looked down because I felt like I had a hole. And I fell back, I don't know how long I laid on the floor. When they got me up, I was rocking like this. I couldn't, it was like I was on top of a cloud. Somebody here. Woo! Freedom! If you ain't never really experienced freedom, oh, I'm going to tell y'all. Because see, let me tell you what bondage do. It'll tire you out. It'll weigh you down. It'll stress out your mind. It'll try to run you crazy. You won't want to get out the bed. You won't want to do nothing. When you do something, you won't have no joy in it. I just have joy in everything I do. I don't care what I'm doing. I love to just go outside, just walk around, just look at it. Everything is made by God and got joy. You get caught up in the job and everything is going. You got the job on you? He paid a cost. He paid a price that you could have freedom. I didn't really know what real freedom was. Do you need freedom today? Pastor, turn on you.